Hello, and welcome to Dustfire Media with episode 1 of Scars and Disorder, our new Avatar Legends campaign. Campaign 3. Friday Night Live. We're doing it live.
Yes!
Here we are.
My name's Danny. Your GM for this campaign.
Yes!
I'm just gonna go down the line and y'all can introduce yourselves, my lovely players. Let's go ahead. I'm just gonna start with left to right here. Let's start with Justin. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Justin, pronouns he, him. I am playing Haru, the assassin sandbender, pronouns they, he.
And Sam, why don't you go ahead?
What's up? I'm Sam, he, him. I'm going to be playing Teto of the Orbun Spiral. Their pronouns are he, him, and they're a rogue.
Awesome. Looks like here in our bottom left corner, we got Nick.
That is me. I am playing Ling Hrung, whose pronouns are she, her. And she is just a normal healer girl. Definitely from the Southern Water Tribe, not from somewhere else, anywhere else.
Healer from the Southern Water Tribe. You know, it's a tale as old as ATLA. And last, but certainly not least, a returning old and beloved friend. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Monroe, and my pronouns are she, her, and I'll be playing May, who's also is she, her. I'm more of a hammer-like character, and, I like to play with fire in more ways than one.
You know, folks, last campaign, she played as a water vendor. This campaign, going the other direction. You gotta burn some folks now. Yes, this is our table. I'm so excited. We have already recorded a session 0 where we created the world, the campaign that we're gonna be playing in, and all 4 of these characters. It was awesome. If you haven't listened to that already, definitely find some time to go back and listen to that. But this is gonna be
We'll do a good job of talking about the characters.
exactly. I'm gonna
here. Hang out with us.
I'm gonna go ahead and summarize. If you're here live, definitely stay here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is going to be the episode where we're just getting into the action. But yeah, just to summarize sort of what we did with our session 0, the campaign, the scenario that we've sort of placed our characters in. Our 4 heroes, I guess you could call them, our 4 young heroes had encountered this earth sage by the name of Fung. And they decided it would be fun to play a little prank on him. I don't know. They've encountered this earth sage at some like diplomatic meeting of some sorts. You know, there were hors d'oeuvres about. It was a little meet and greet. You know, it was a networking event for politicians and diplomats of the Earth Kingdom. You know, and our young heroes thought it would be oh so funny to replace maybe some of the hors d'oeuvres that he had with something that probably could be considered a pretty powerful laxative, in term causing himself to pretty horrifyingly embarrass himself in front of his superiors. But to the distress of our heroes, the Earth Sage Fung told them that the meeting that they so rudely, disturbed was a meeting where they were talking about the Empty Moon, a dangerous group of pirates who now control most of the Southern Sea. And this group of pirates is targeting the Earth Sages in order to wipe them out. And so after hearing this distressing news, Fung asked for our heroes' help. It's the least they can do after what they did to him. And so now the next mission that Earth Sage Fung is being sent on by his superiors is to travel to the Eastern Air Temple to try and gain allyship with the elders. They're the Air Nomad elders at the Eastern Air Temple. And so generously, our heroes have agreed to aid and protect him on that mission. but it did not go uninterrupted. Upon arriving at the coastal village of Yokoya, our heroes, along with Feng, were met with a barrage of something, of fire from the sea. A small fleet, not even fleet, couldn't say fleet, about 3 or 4 ships at sea were launching. You could only, now we would know it'd be similar to like artillery or missile fire, but something was hitting them on the beach, forcing them to flee from Yokoya port and get back on the road. And I think it pretty much sums up the inciting incident. I'm ready to get into the action. I don't know about you guys.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's
All right.
do it.
So
And we just completed a sub goal on
We-
Twitch. So thank
we
you.
did, like,
Thank
just
you.
now.
Yeah. Just
Oh,
literally
awesome.
just now. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Amazing. I wish I'm trying to see who did it, but I think I can. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it
Yeah.
out. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. You know, I feel like we're podcasters first, Twitch streamers second.
We're
So
I missed so much of the Twitch streaming thing, and I'm
Yeah,
still like
yeah.
learning how to like get into it.
All right. So, yeah, y'all ready to yes and with me?
No.
Yes.
But
Wait.
Oh.
man,
Yes,
I was
and
really hoping. I
no.
was really hoping. There we go. Perfect. So let's go ahead and hop into the imagination station. We open on a scene of Yokoya Port at dusk. On the beach that borders one side of the village lay craters that are still smoking and scattered throughout the sand. The camera pans toward the sea, bringing 3 ships into view, fairly distant but approaching the shore. We cut to a scene of a large wagon quickly being dragged by 4 ostrich horses galloping down a dirt road through a forest. As we zoom in on the wagon, we see that it holds 5 people, some of their clothes still smoking or singed from the recent bombardment on the beach. As we zoom in further, we see a teenage water tribe girl helping an earth sage fit his newly broken arm into a makeshift sling. At this yes, so that's the scene we see. I already talked about one of our characters, Nick. What do we see as we look at your character?
So yeah, Ling is, very experienced. Pulls out, rips some cloth, wraps it around his arm, pulls out like a stint and braces his arm and kind of half wraps it, half ties it over his neck. And it all seems like very well practiced and very like acute, but in no way is she being like considerate of like the fact that his arm is broken. It's just like, this is how it's supposed to go, and she's just like forcing his arm into whatever position it needs to be. Like,
Ling, please.
oh sorry, I've working on my bedside manner.
No, thank you. It's helping. Just slow down and breathe.
I'm not nervous, I just
Okay, I am.
oh, that's fair. Should I try to use like waterbending healing, or do you think it's just better to leave it on its own right now?
I mean, if you know how, then yes.
Yeah. And she pulls out her satchel of water, as most waterbenders carry, and opens it up, and sort of, instead of it coming out into like a globule that she like puts over his arm, as she bends her hand, like she moves her hand, the water comes out of the satchel like as a mist that just kind of envelops his arm. And I will try to use my refreshed technique, which heals him. I guess I wouldn't be using a fighting technique out of combat.
Yeah. I think I mean, how at this point, I mean, how effective do you think? Do you want to like roll for it, or do you just want to like? How effective do you think Ling trying to heal at this point would be?
At this point, Ling only knows like the one healing technique she knows at learned. So I think it would be fair
Yeah.
to say that it's a push your luck kind of
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, I think, and honestly, I don't even think we need to roll yet. Let's
Okay.
let's just say that, you know, I think it soothes Fung a little bit, but I think once we get off this, you know, very bumpy, very fast carriage and maybe onto like a bed at like an inn or a tea house at some point, maybe that's when he can more focused and try to heal him. But what are our other three young heroes doing?
So Teto looks over at Ling, and Fung, and sees that Fung is being so refreshed, and he's feeling a little hot right now. So he's gonna motion over to Ling and say, Ling, do you think that you can give me some of that mist too? It was pretty burning over there. Oh, come on, cousin, bring it on.
Yeah, and just like whips out her hand, and like a fine mist just kind of like comes down over him.
Ah, that feels so breezy.
Right.
And Teto's just loving it. He motions to Haru and says, "You should get in on this. It's like a cold drink of water, but you don't have to drink any water. It's just like all around you."
Teto, I'm kind of busy right here, and there's like destruction, right? From
Oh
we're in,
yeah,
like, a
I mean, like
damaged
I said,
carriage.
some of you guys are like
Yeah.
basically damaged. I mean, it's not going to reflect on your sheets. You don't have any fatigue
Yeah.
or conditions, but in the fiction, yeah, like maybe some of your clothes are still singed. I think the carriage is like one of the wheels is wobbly, maybe because it was bombarded.
Okay. I think Haru is like, well, if Ling is healing Fung, maybe I'm driving.
Yeah, you're the one
Yeah,
at the reins.
I'm the
Yeah.
one
Also,
hitting-
I really want to quick just something for you guys to think about too. If your character has experienced anything like that, I think most likely maybe May has being maybe I mean Haru's also has
I've been
background in
some sticky
yeah.
situations.
So I think like this bombardment might be. I mean, you know, we haven't experienced Combustion Man and ATLA yet, and you know that's years ahead. So I don't know how familiar anyone would be with what y'all just witnessed at the beach.
So yeah, I'll just be like, Teto, I'm busy right now. Can't you see that I'm driving?
Sorry, I completely forgot. I just got so wrapped up in this. It's just, you know, I've never been like the target of an attack. I'm just a simple air nomad running around and, you know, just try to see what's happening.
Does anyone know what that even was? I've never seen anything like that. It was like a cannon, but also not at all like a cannon.
I mean, the Fire Nation's always inventing terrible weapons of war. So I assume it's got to be something from them, right?
Ling turns to May.
Don't ask, don't tell. So we do more.
Sounds pretty Fire Nation.
At this point, maybe I think Ling has gotten Fung a little more situated. Fung thanks you, Ling. I mean, as Haru was saying, I didn't know that the Fire Nation was capable of this much destruction, you know. But with that being said, we must be cautious. We've quite the journey ahead of us to the Eastern Air Temple, and as you all may know, the empty moon already controls most of the South Sea. So we need to be cautious. That means we probably cannot travel by water, and considering we'll be mostly traveling along the coast, we can expect some more interference from the empty moon, probably as well.
Fung,
Sounds.
So
sorry.
no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say that May just gets out and starts to observe her surroundings to see if there's any type of any signs or anything that's left behind from like an army or a military, because then she could be able to help her current team at the moment.
Yeah, so right now we're in a wagon that's speeding down the road, away from.
So is there
from
any
the-
way that we
from
can
the
like
town.
slow down?
Yeah. So I
Just
think
to-
maybe
Alright, so how
after
about
a
I like
while.
tell
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
who's
whoa.
driving his
I am.
Okay.
So, whoa, hey. All right. I think we're far enough away now.
Did you just stop, or did you just,
Yeah.
or were you just
We're
slowing down,
no,
or
we're-
going?
We'll slow down. It takes them a little bit to slow down. They can't stop immediately.
No, I was asking you, Justin. I was asking you, did you like slow down, or are you stopping? Like, or did you stop? Or
Yeah, we're stopping. I think we got to figure out what the next move is.
Yeah, I don't think we should stay stopped for long, considering what we just witnessed. But I definitely.
Funk, can
understand
we
that.
just catch our breath, please? Sorry.
Yes,
Yeah,
I just
sorry.
need you to
I'm
know. I
just-
just need you to understand the importance of this mission that we're on.
Fung, everybody understand?
just give me 2
Let's
minutes.
just-
Okay.
Just give me 2 minutes.
May
Alright,
needs to do
I'll leave.
something.
Just give me 2 minutes, all right? Harold, when the time gets up, just let me know. Just give me a holler.
All right.
So I get out and I start searching. And Danny, can you
Yeah,
describe
so
the
what-
area for me?
So what specifically are you looking for?
To see if there's anything that would let us know if it was a military act or if it was something that was possibly not even done by the Fire Nation at all. Like it seems like it would be, but
So considering this, the only thing you could really like look and like study would be the carriage itself, which underwent some fire. So yeah, I think even like I don't even think we need an assess situation here. I think like looking at it, you don't see any kind of like shrapnel from anything. It seems very, you're a firebender, you're very familiar with this. It looks like just like fireball blasts, but it's that they were from a distance, and it was such a like precise like force of fireball blast that you haven't really seen before.
I
It
think I've
was as
seen
if like
everything I
someone
need
was like
to
sniping you from the sea.
I see. Okay. So I climb back into the wagon and I give a little nod to Harold. So we can get going again.
All right, Funk.
Seen
Where are we
everything.
headed?
So the next closest village is Kinchao village, but if you don't feel comfortable stopping there, we can go as far as Gaoling.
No, it's getting late. We should get to Kinchao.
It also sounds like Kin Chow might have some good chow. Is anybody else hungry?
I suppose so.
Now that you mention it, I definitely could eat.
Yes. Doctor's orders. I've never said that before. I just wanted to say it.
Are you officially a doctor? Got like your
Sure.
medical license? Oh, all right.
Oh,
Do they have those?
no.
What's a license?
Oh,
I mean, not every nation's got waterbenders. I know
there's a point.
the Earth nations.
Yeah, we
got
just
plenty of
launch rock. If someone's sick, we just launch a rock bullet at their head.
firebenders. I guess we do have some healing in the Fire Nation, but I do know that airbenders, earthbenders, they don't have healers like you all do.
Right.
Usually with air nomads, we're just able to scavenge and forage, all the things that we need. The land really provides. I feel like we're very akin to earthbenders in that sense, but we also are able to take a goopy bug, break it open, put it on your wound, and you'll be fine.
Rub some dirt on it, you know.
That explains a
Um,
lot.
It really does.
Ling's like dry heaving in the corner of the scene. Just
Yeah, so it sounds like whenever Haru wants to get going, that Kin Chao is the next.
Huh,
The next.
get, let's go.
location.
And
Let's go get some food.
Get some chow. Kin Chao Chow. Yeah, so on the way there, I mean what's on y'all's minds after everything that just happened? Anything of note that your characters might be thinking of that you want to like talk about right now?
Food, for sure. Right?
I love it. I love it.
we're all hungry.
It's food.
And Ling's going, I'm a good healer. Doing a good job. that's it. That's all. It's like hungry,
I love that.
good healer.
I think Fung's very worried about like possible infection, but he's sort of keeping that on the down low, not really talking about that right now because he's seeing Ling that she's on this emotional high, and so he's like, I'm just gonna not say anything.
Do we? Sorry, I don't know if you guys like already went over this, and I'm just like slow. But do we have money? Like as individuals or as a group
Mm.
that we all share?
Teto has no money.
Ling Hrung also does
Okay.
not have any money.
I mean, May might have some money considering her upbringing. I don't know if Haru would have any funds to their name.
yeah, I've played a few small gigs in some taverns. Got a little bit of yuan to my
There you
name. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Play gigs? Like, are you a musician?
Y'all have heard of me?
Oh, Haru. Yeah.
All right. Well, I can pick up that tone on that. You're 100%
Yeah.
just saying that. I'm a fairly
Oh,
famous
okay.
minstrel, at least
Oh.
I guess in the Earth Nation. I don't. I guess hasn't. Guess my music hasn't hit any of your places.
Well, I mean,
Well,
obviously,
yeah.
I know you. We hired you for the event where you will, unfortunately, met. Well, fortunately for me now, but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's why he was there. That makes sense. I wasn't putting that
Mm.
together.
Yeah.
Haru, do you think you could like sing one of your songs? I don't really remember like lyrics or words, but I love a tune.
Yeah, I got you. Perfect road traveling music, and he has a biwa slung around his back. It's just like a Japanese stringed instrument. And once the ostrich buffaloes are at a like good pace, and he doesn't need to like constantly be hitting them, he'll like spin it around and start plucking. I was traveling down the road to the Siwang Desert, and I ran into a spirit there. And it just kind of goes on like that for a little bit.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I mean, after
Teto does not recognize the song at all, but he is loving it. He's grooving.
Ling Hrung is like, I know this song, but also, did he write it? Like, she doesn't say anything, but she's just like, I feel like he didn't write this.
Just carry on.
Was
Yeah.
it written
Play
by
it.
Johnny
Yeah.
Yuan?
I feel like it was.
Johnny, Johnny Cash. That's so good. After a while of traveling, finishing up your trip, listening to Haru's original, Haru original, you guys soon see the coastal village of Kin Chao come into view. It's surrounded by this circular wall. It's a fairly sized village. I think Gowling is definitely bigger, but I mean, this one is nothing to scoff at. And y'all are able to enter into the village. Haru, as you slow down the ostrich horse's gallop to a more of a trot. You notice some of the citizens of King Chao give some of you eyes. Maybe some of y'all that might be less seen in these parts. Maybe Tato, the nomad, or well, maybe just Tato mostly. But I think all of you are known. You can tell that the citizens are like, oh, outsiders, and they're not necessarily like scowling at you, but they're definitely taking note of y'all. And yes, you are in the village of Kinchao.
What a welcoming village.
Yes, known for its new 3-story tea house. Something happened to the last one, so they had to rebuild it. But you know, we're in the Earth Kingdom. You know, we got Earthbenders. Yeah, I mean, what would y'all like to do now that you're here?
I think we should go look for a place to. Well, we got to stable the ostrich buffalo, and well, then we got to find a place for us. Anyone ever been Kinchao? Feng?
Yes, many moons ago, but a lot's happened since. It seems mostly the same though. I just would make sure you all take note to stay cautious, considering that we most likely have pirates on our tail. So, yes.
Are we
With that all
calling
in
them
mind.
pirates?
Hmm.
It wasn't very clear who was attacking us.
I mean, considering the
Y'all right there, Ling?
Yep.
All right.
yeah, I mean, considering the purpose of our mission, one can only assume that was, in fact, the empty moon that was attacking us. But you're right; it could have been anyone. With all that being said,
Fung, you seem
Yeah.
like such a chill and breezy type of person. Like, why are these people trying to get you? I could never place it. Like, your face, it's just so pinchable.
wow, Tato, that I've never thought about it like that before. But it's
I
not
don't
just that
think
they're trying
about
to
a
get
lot of
me.
things I say.
Teto, he told us that the empty moon was after him, right? Like,
Not just
I
me.
want to say like 5 hours ago,
my peers as well.
six-ish.
About sounds about right.
Time doesn't really mean a lot to a nomad. You know, it's day or it's night, or it's day or it's night, and sometimes it's dusk.
Well, only sometimes.
Huh.
Once a
Does
day,
that-
about.
Okay. All right. That was going to be my follow-up question.
You're right. You're bringing up an entirely new way of thinking. So thank
Let's
you so
go
much,
into
Tato.
town. Let's
Yeah.
find an inn,
Mhm.
perhaps. I've never actually been. Well, I've been here. I've just been through town though. I've never
Hmm.
like stayed.
Feng, how
Yeah.
did they know you were in that town? How did they know you were there? Are they tracking you? Should we be worried? We're right still by the water here. Still a perfect place to ambush.
You're right. It definitely is. And I mean, to answer your first question, I have no idea. I have no idea how they would have known that we would have stopped at Ikoya port. So that's why another reason why I'm so worried
Well,
is that
If I was hunting someone from the water, I wouldn't think they'd be stupid enough to go to the nearest port town immediately. So I would probably head elsewhere to try to cut them off. But apparently, we are stupid enough to do that. So maybe they won't. Maybe they won't find us.
Well, I'll stay up and keep watch just in case.
Well, if they attack, they will be attacking the whole town, and there will be some defenses of the town itself. So
is it possible for May to have like left this conversation at some point and come
Oh,
back
definitely,
with a
yeah.
reservation?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
thanks.
So at this point, as Ling is saying, what were you saying? You're saying that if there was an attack, they attacked the entire town. And May comes in and pats her on the shoulder and says, "Yeah, we'll be fine." And then shows up the keys to the inn.
Oh, fantastic.
And I'm gonna.
Awesome. I think it's safe to say
So,
that you guys
Haru, you got the first watch?
I'm very used to staying up on that when you're touring. You got to stay up on that. So I've got it.
Do you
Y'all
stay
want
up
to take
late
a good night's sleep?
because you're a singer?
Yeah, sometimes you play in one town late at night, and then you got to travel to the next town to get to like an early morning concert. So you gotta stay up all night and travel. So
Right.
At this
We'll
point,
just say it's easy work.
Teto is sniffing the air. He's caught something, a scent that is drawing him in. And it is some dumplings. So he's going to start to look around and follow his nose to see where that smell is coming from.
Truly is
At
an
some
airbender. He
point.
immediately knew it was dumplings.
Yep. He's a well-trained nose. At some point, the scent is accompanied by the sound of a bell ringing. And a dumplings! Get your dumplings here! Dumplings!
I don't know about you all, but I'm going to go get some dumplings. There.
Wait, do you have money? I need. I'm assuming
He's already
Jordan's
gone.
off.
Yeah, he's already gone.
Teto is gone.
I want to see this. I want to see how he gets
Yeah.
these dumplings.
Let's follow Teto. The
I
camera
just-
follows Teto here.
So he goes up to the dumpling vendor and says,
Dumplings?
"Smells decadent."
Yeah.
Um,
You know, the smells here to lead your nose, and I got the bell here to lead you what you're here with.
you know what? I feel like you and I are going to get along great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let me go wrap up a couple dumplings for you. And he grabs this parchment bag, starts putting some dumplings in there. The juices from them just melt a hole in the bottom of the bag.
Oh,
And he,
you're letting some drip out there. Hold on. Let me help you.
why is that what dumplings? The juicier, the better.
So Teto's going to position himself underneath the bag as the juices drip, and just going to open his mouth to get these dumplings. And
Hey, you're
And he's
gonna taste that. You gotta pay for that.
This
he's
is
going
an
to look up
incredible approach.
and he's going to say, "Whoa, wait,
Searing hot.
I should have asked beforehand. Are these vegetarian?"
He looks at you for a while, gauging. Yes.
Amazing. That's great. These taste incredible. I mean, what sort of roots are these? I mean, is it roots or is it fruits or is it roots and fruits?
I call them beef root and pork flour.
Love it.
A little friend here.
Yeah,
How long do you
yes.
think it's going to take him to realize those aren't vegetarian at all?
I don't think he will. Excuse me, Mr.
Dumplings.
Dumplings. No, thank you. I don't have any
He's
money.
still holding
I
the
don't.
bag over Teto.
Yeah, I don't
Imagine
think he,
Teto is still just sort of crouched down.
I don't think he has any money either.
Y'all don't got money.
No. So, also, those are definitely not
He quickly
vegetarian.
pulls the bag of dumplings to his chest and goes, "Well, if I had known."
I've got some yuan, sir.
All right, Leah. Yeah, calm down. We've got some money.
All right.
Are you hungry, Ling? Do you want some dumplings?
I'm very hungry. I want some dumplings, but also, Teto, I'm certain that these are not vegetarian
You know, this is a
Pretty
great.
sure
This is great that we paused here because now I can put a new bag of dumplings. And he goes over to a different pot of dumplings, puts them in a new bag. And now your friend Tato, I assume is the name that you've been saying, can eat these ones. I promised they were both vegetarian, but these ones were more vegetarian.
I love things that are even more vegetarian. That's
Yeah.
amazing. And so Teto takes the bag and he reaches in and starts eating the dumplings. And it says, "Thank you. That's incredible. I think we're going to be staying over this way." And he walks away.
All right, so you're gonna be paying for that? He points to Aru.
Sure. I'm gonna be
Right.
paying you less though, because you lied to my friend and told him that they're vegetarian dumplings.
Yep, innocent until proven guilty. You can't prove it. You gotta
I'll-
pay up.
I'll cut open a dumpling and show that there's clearly meat inside of it.
Yeah, it's,
Like that? Like that meat inside of that dumpling?
Well, what I said it's beef root.
There's no such thing as a beef.
Beef root is so good.
just off in the distance.
Pork flour.
Oh, bold of you to steal. All right. I'll give you a discount.
Thank you. All right, order up, everyone.
He hands you all the dumplings. Gladly takes the money. That's a huge smile on his face this entire time. Even when he yoinked the bag close to his chest a little bit ago, he still had a huge smile on his face. Just a happy guy. Hey, come back and first thing in the morning. We got breakfast dumplings, even more vegetarian.
Does he put the bag of yuan like on a pouch
Yes.
on his belt?
Yeah. He has he has like several pouches that he's like sort of collecting the yuan in.
I would like to kick up a little sandstorm, like a real thin sandstorm that he might not notice, and just
Is it
push
like
it
one of those
into the
like
air.
singular small like dust devils that sort of just
essentially, yeah. But I want it so like
Okay.
he might not notice it, and it's just gonna
Okay,
like,
yeah.
shoot that bag and
Yeah.
into the air.
Would you say this is something that Haru has done before and used? It seems like it seems like a classic Haru trick.
No, but
No,
I don't think he's used it to trick people, but I do think he's used to using these things precisely.
No, yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like it's a
Yeah.
classic Haru move, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yep.
So I think I rely on your skills and training here.
So simultaneously, like as he goes to throw, because Ling was going to do this completely unconnected to what Haru's doing. When he goes to like throw his like spatula or whatever implement he uses to fish out the dumplings back into like the hot water, like I think she's gonna like bend a little bit onto like his hand, so like he gets a little burn. It doesn't count as hurt. He's not, we're not attacking, you know. We're not. It's just
All right.
it's a little really hot water. That's all.
So what I think we're gonna do is let's have Justin roll first, and if he needs an aid, then you go ahead and mark a fatigue and aid him.
And I
That
do
sounds-
because I rolled a 9.
And I would give that
Perfect.
aid.
Yeah, so I mean, we're episode 1 of a new campaign. We might have folks here that might not even
Yes.
know
Yeah.
what
Sure,
Avatar Legends
sure.
is. You know, maybe they're fans of the show,
Yeah.
but they've never heard an Avatar Legends game. So so we're playing Avatar Legends. It's a TTRPG where we roll dice to tell a story, and we're all of my lovely players at the table here are going to be rolling 2d6s. I don't know why I have 2d6s. I'm never going to have to roll, but I have them here. They're going to be rolling 2d6s to determine the level of success for what they're trying to do. And so Justin,
So
as
I was
Haru is trying to,
so there are moves. There are basic moves that sort of have like fictional triggers. And by doing this, I'm triggering the when you rely on your skills and training to overcome an obstacle, gain new insight, or perform a familiar custom. Roll 2d6 and add my focus, and my focus stat is 2. So I rolled a 7. I'm adding 2 to make that a 9.
Right.
But
As part of the narrative, Ling was also kind of doing something that might help with this action. So I decided to use the aid move, which allows me to spend a fatigue to add 1 to Justin's roll, which takes it up to 10, which is a higher level of success.
I was
and
one away.
it just says, and under that move, it just says on a hit, you do it. So so we just see unidentified dumpling merchant yell, "Oh, my hand!"
And then as we're walking away,
Yep.
I just put my hand out, and the bag just falls into it.
Awesome. I
And
love it.
I look at Linkrung and May and go, I do not like how he lied to Teto like that.
Oh, neither do I. That was a smooth move, though. I did not realize you were going for that.
I've never
Haven't,
had pork flour before.
Never used it to steal anything from anybody. But that went pretty smooth.
Yeah, that was really cool. May looks at Ling. Just yeah. And then looks back at Haru and then so where did our little airbender go?
At this point,
what?
Or Teto.
Teto has
Uh-huh.
made a complete circle around because he does not know where he's going.
Okay, so he just walks up behind us.
He comes up right behind you all. I was looking for you all. Wait, May, didn't you say we had lodgings? Or did you say we had loggings? I really wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
Well,
And then I pull up the keys and said, I have keys. Nothing but lodging or loggings or anything. And I toss one to Haru. And I hand one to Ling. And then I dangle one in front of Tatsu.
He's gonna reach for
Want
it. I do. It seems so cool.
That's cool.
It's like a bond of friendship. Like we all get one.
Yeah.
We're like the key crew.
Yes.
yeah.
Sure.
All right, let's go to the inn.
And I pat him on
Hang
the
on.
back and I'm like, yeah, I'm not sharing a room with all you
Yeah.
guys.
So the location where you actually got rooms at is the Kinchao tea house.
Mhm.
And the massive tea house right in the center of the village. Fung follows after you. You see that he had just finished getting a bag of dumplings for himself. The dumplings don't even stay in the bag, and you see he's dropped most of them on his way to you guys. But
you have to put your face underneath the bag.
oh, okay. I don't know why I picture. I don't know if you guys watch Man vs. Wild. There's a particular episode of Bear Grylls with a mound of elephant dung that just reminds me of that. It's just the image I had.
Why did you
Oh,
say
my head.
that?
Ew, I don't want to think about that.
In like 10 years. Why did you have to
Playing
remind me?
games, hey. Yeah, so yeah, you guys go in the tea house. May had already got keys, so you're safe to just go to your rooms, whatever. rooms
At
you
this
have.
point, Teto, being a nomad, he spends a lot of his time outside, so he's really fascinated by the idea of inside dwellings. So he is going to take this entire space in. And Danny, I would like to assess the situation if that's possible.
Yes, it definitely is. So you're inside, sort of looking around?
Yep.
Just gathering taking the whole place in. Yes. So go ahead and roll with creativity.
I got a 7 plus my creativity of 2, so I'm at a 9.
Awesome. So you can ask one question. Yes,
And-
you can ask one question from this list that you have here.
I think the question is going to be, what should I be on the lookout for? Or I guess, what should we as a group be on the lookout for?
Okay, so I love it. So the interior design of the interior construction of this tea house is kind of fascinating. It's all like open scheme, basically. Like the lobby takes out the entire center of this cylinder-esque building, where all 3 stories of rooms kind of line the edge of the building. If you kind of get what I'm saying. So as soon as you come out of your room, you're met with a balcony overlooking the entire interior of the rest of the tea house. I think there there's some hotels kind of like that where it's all sort of like open concept. So I don't know if this answers your question, but That being said, it's really it'll be easy for you to sort of, if you're sort of keeping watch, to spot a suspicious guest that might be also staying at this hotel as well, because we know that we're still on the coast. You're being chased by pirates, even though Ling brought up that it might not be. They might not think that y'all are stupid enough to stay at a coastal village. They might still be like, hey, they might be stupid enough to stay at a coastal village. They might come
We're
here.
so
And
stupid that we circled back to smart.
there you go.
That's what I'm hoping for.
You guys didn't. You guys never even left
Games on
Yokoya.
games. We're back in Yokoya.
Just stayed in Yokoya.
We're on their ship.
Yeah. And so, with that being said, Tato, you can take +1 ongoing, acting on this. And so, I think that just means like if you're like maybe investigating the other guests or trying to keep watch while you're staying at this tea house, you get a +1 to your rolls while acting on it.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to go to bed. Hope everybody sleeps well. Fung, if I will check in on you in the morning as your physician, attending
Alright.
physician.
Thank you. I just want to make it known that you were of great help. I hope I didn't undermine your skills in any way. If it weren't
No, I'm
for you,
pretty
I might
skilled.
not even have an arm.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, it was just. Well, it's pretty messed. It's pretty messed up.
All right.
Anyway, good night. she just goes up to her room, wherever it is.
And I think we're in terms of where the rest of your rooms are, you can just sort of create that in a fiction. Yeah. What do you all do? Do you all just go back to your rooms? Does anyone do anything? Anything of
Well,
note?
Haru's keeping watch. Is that
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Um,
In fact,
And so I
I'm
think-
gonna-
yeah, Techo's gonna say he's gonna be like, oh, I'm feeling something from that beef root. It's really giving me a little bit of juice. I'm not super sleepy yet. Haru, if you're gonna stay up, do you think you can like maybe play a tune for the tea house? I know that you're really famous, or would that go against our sort of lay low attitude? But I think it would really liven up the place.
Yeah, I think I might be able to do something like that. It's not unheard of for minstrels to walk around town, so ain't no reason to connect me to Fung. So I'll walk up to is there a barkeep?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I will. Haru wears sunglasses essentially.
Mhm.
They're shaded spectacles. And he'll kind of walk up and lean on the bar and pull them down a little bit. Be like, evening. Do you? I'm assuming you recognize who I am.
I may need a reminder.
Haru, the famous Earth Nation minstrel.
Yes, of course. Haru, the famous
why
Earth
does-
Nation minstrel.
Why does nobody know about me?
I
Now
know
I
who
do.
you are, Haru.
He knows who you are.
Yeah, but I told you who I am. I'm supposed
Techo
to be-
turns to the bartender and he says, "This guy's famous."
As I've heard. Yeah. Well, what can I do you for?
I don't know if you've got maybe some vegetarian food that you could
Oh,
make.
of course.
If you could, I'd be willing to play some songs in the lobby here for all your guests.
Honestly, do you mean in place of paying me?
Yes.
Let's get a plead.
Okay.
Organic. I think after making that known, I think a plead makes sense.
That's not great. I'm not great at that.
I was just gonna say, like, in this process, do you think May can like say he sings pop songs? Very
It's a
poppy, very
7.
pop
A 7?
disco, a little bit, you know.
Oh, pop! Oh, wow! I don't think I've even heard of those
Pop disco
genres.
/ screamo.
Sort of,
Wow!
sort of on the cutting edge of musical genres here.
You know, you just looked at all the genres. You didn't even pick one, huh? You just said, "I'll take
Nope.
them all."
I just do every single one of them at the exact same time.
He's the future. This is hard. The future.
All right. Here's the deal, Haru. You know, you seem pretty confident in your talents. I'll take it. I'll tell you what. You can play tonight, but only if. Let me just tell you. We had another minstrel who was supposed to come in tomorrow morning to play during our brunch special. Fortunately, they're nowhere to be found. They're supposed to get here yesterday. Nowhere to be found. So, if you're willing to play tomorrow morning as well for brunch, then I'll let you play tonight as well, and I'll
Brunch, Haru.
vegetarian meals to go around.
That's well, honestly, the rest of us ate. It's just vegetarian meal for him, and he'll like point to the room that Teto's in.
Oh yeah, oh, if I didn't know. I mean, I assumed he seemed like does Teto give off? Oh, I'm an air nomad.
I mean, Teto's a little bit dusty. Again, the way that I imagine it is that he's lost his razor. And so he's got growth that's coming in. And he's got a little bit of scraggly facial hair, a little bit of like a grow in. As soon as he finds a razor, he'll probably want to shave his head again, but it's also not a top priority. So for the most part, he's looks like a dusty traveler, but couldn't right off be identified as an air nomad.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna ask if like your nomad airbending groups have the same like orange yellow monk robes that the rest of the airbenders wear, if they wear something different.
I would say the style is similar, like the fold and the way that they wear them. But for the air nomads, they're also carrying a little bit more gear because they're going to be out in the wilderness and not have a place to stay.
Cool.
All right, I love it. Yeah. So the barkeep will say, yeah. You can have all the vegetarian food that we have to offer. If you're willing to play today and the full brunch shift tomorrow.
It's
brunch,
Haru. No, I heard you the first time. I understand.
Brunch.
I understand.
It's very important.
I understand. It is an honor to be offered the brunch spot. I
don't know why, but the Kinshao citizens hold brunch to the highest standard.
Oh God,
it's mortifying. So yeah, so if you can make it, that'd be great.
You're making me really regret my decision here.
No pressure at all, and it's chill. It's really chill.
No, it's fine. He needs vegetarian food. Someone lied to him and got him to eat meat. So,
oh my God, that's
wait, what?
Horrible.
Yeah, we were trying to, Teto. We were trying to tell you.
I'm not allowed to eat meat. I didn't eat any meat.
I can't believe you told him. This is Nick talking. I'm not. Link isn't even in the scene. I can't believe you told him.
I'm not gonna lie to him. Teto, we tried telling you that was not vegetarian, but I'm getting you some vegetarian food right now. All right.
I swear, like we've had beef root before. It's fine.
Teto.
You know what? All of my cooks whip up a ton of vegetarian food, so it'll outweigh the chance that you might have eaten meat. All right. So
sure.
Yeah.
Sure, that works.
I think that's how it works too.
All right.
I've done my part. You can figure out the balancing of the meat and the vegetables.
Yeah. So yeah, it sounds like Haru's gonna be pretty preoccupied.
Yes.
Playing stuff. It doesn't mean that you can't, do other things. I mean, you're basically still keeping watch. You're just gonna be playing music as well,
I mean, that's the thing. I think it's the perfect spot to like
Oh yeah.
look at the crowd.
I mean, what's also very interesting too is, I mean, when you think about it, the empty moon hasn't even seen you guys. I think it's pretty easy to spot out Fung as an Earth Sage, right? But I mean, at this point, I think, you know, if any of those pirates came here, they wouldn't have anyone to recognize besides an Earth Sage, right? So,
Sure.
yeah. What are the rest of y'all doing?
I think Teto's gonna listen to some music.
Awesome. Wait while you wait for your
That was me.
vegetarian food.
Actually, as me talking, what kind of drinks do you have?
Oh well. First and foremost, we have tea. We're a tea house. A lot of tea from all over the four nations. Some high quality tea. If you're balling on a budget, we have some of the cheaper options. Just some, you know, good old jasmine. We also have something with a little bit more of a kick to it. If you'd like. Yeah. What are you after?
I'll take the kick.
All
I'm gonna need
right.
the kick.
He pulls out this clay like vase that has a flame on it, and underneath the flame is a skull with a circle that's crossed out. And he turns the bottle over, it just says the kick.
This is
and-
May starts sweating just a little bit after seeing the symbol. Like, oh man, such instant sweating.
yeah, and he grabs a small drinking glass, pours it in there, passes it to you, and watch out, it kicks.
Yeah, thanks. And then I look at Haru. So, you're the future. Let's hear it.
All right, everyone. I wrote this song. It's called Hurt. And I might sing some of it. I don't know how much I'd be able to without getting a copyright infringement. So I'll just sing a bit of it. And he'll just start like slowly plucking at his biwa and go, I hurt myself today.
I think that's about as much as we can do.
That's about where I was going to stop.
We'll get the
Yep.
gist of it, right?
That's about where I was going to stop.
Yeah. So I mean,
Good.
I think
Teto's gonna go over to May and be like, what you drinking?
You try
we
first.
get here. Oh, there you go.
And Teto is also an extremely suggestible soul, and without questioning,
Mm.
he grabs the cup, brings it up, and the aroma wafts over and gets into his extremely sensitive nose, and he makes a face,
Yeah.
and he looks back at May, and is greeted with what expression?
I'm just waiting in rapture to see what's going on here. So, maybe it's
Teto
just-
takes that as
like nodding
as
and-
encouragement and completely trusts her and kicks it back. Whoa!
how you feel?
I feel so breezy right now.
So let me tell you guys about the kick real quick. What's great about it is, first of all, it's immense vinegary flavor, which just wafts through your nose even as you're kicking it back. And the kick is more of a, imagine like a Szechuan pepper, like numbingness spice more. So what's great about it is after that first one, it hits a lot, but you feel like you could take down subsequent pours easy after that because you can't feel a thing on your tongue.
I feel okay. My tongue, I'm not sure where it went.
May like pats him on the back and say, "You're okay," and then looks back at the bartender and says, "I'll take another one." And then I look
Heck
over
yeah.
at a tattoo and I go, "You want something else?
I'll
Anything,
take another one as well.
anything."
He sticks out his tongue and he's like, May, is my tongue
Yeah.
is still there, right?
Oh yeah, it's still there. It's still there. It's good. You look great, man. You look great.
That feels
Real
great.
good.
Sweating.
Yeah.
He's just like eyes red. Like
It's already
lips kind of
swam.
swell.
You know, despite being a tea house, the Kick's actually a local favorite of the people here. So I'm glad to hear that. Seems like y'all like it. He pours you more, passes it to you. So what brings you lovely folks into
Yeah, so
town?
I handed her.
Seems like you know each other.
I look over at Tattoo because I know he barely speaks. So I'm like, tell him.
We're here to and I look back at May. Are we supposed to say what we're doing here?
Whoa. If you're on some sort of like secret venture, then that's fine.
Well,
Okay, I'm not gonna lie
not-
to you.
it's
I
not,
don't remember.
It's not a secret. The secret is that Haru is the future, and we're on tour with him. See?
Oh.
But he forgot.
So I know the secret. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's kind of a big deal. So when we say he's a big deal, he's a big deal.
She's
Is this
Like
the
he
start of the
deserves the
story?
brunch spot.
I'm so
This
glad
is
I was
the
able to get
tour.
break spot. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right. Well, I mean, the next round's on me.
Oh. And I hand the cup over to Tattoo, and then we just say cheers, and then we just throw it back together. Or at least I throw it back. I don't know about him.
cheers. Oh no, I'm with you.
What's great about the Kick is
Here we go.
because your mouth is numb
Okay, cool.
after subsequent drinks, is you don't feel it in your mouth, but whatever it's doing to your
You just keep
body,
taking-
your belly, it's still doing that to your belly. So it's great.
Oh.
I like the obtuse whatever
worry
it's
about that
doing to your body.
It's doing it now.
Yeah. All right. What is Ling doing during all of this?
She really was. She's in her room.
Okay.
She is. If you cut, she's like pretty much set for bed. She's sitting on her bed, rocking back and forth. Just kind of, whispering to herself, "You did all right. Everything's okay. You did a good job, and you're going to make friends." That's it.
Oh.
Lovely.
Got so many feelings happening.
I know. Meanwhile, the rest of us are throwing back RSP.
Yeah, realistically, it would have been more constructive to stay, but she is not aware. That's it. That's literally all that. That's just happening for as long as the camera stays on her. You're a good healer. Did it all right. Fung said you did a good job. He thanked you.
Danny, as the night dies down and they start shutting down the bar, Haru will not go to bed.
Okay.
He's gonna walk out of the inn and use if there isn't a ladder, he'll use a sandstorm to kind of fly himself up to the roof. And I'll just sit on the roof all night, plucking away at my biwa and keeping watch on I'm staring at the water just for any sign of light. This isn't going to be the most effective use of the move, but I feel like it just fits the narrative. I have honed when I sublimate my feelings to be effective. Clear conditions equal to 1 plus your control, and cross off 1 unmarked condition. Sublimate just means when you push down your feelings.
Yeah.
And tiredness is a feeling. So like he's literally just like ignoring how tired he would be.
Yeah, you're like, yeah.
I
like it. I like it.
And he just stays up all night keeping watch at the water. And I'm gonna say that I can't mark afraid anymore.
Nice. That's such a cool ability. Nice.
At least,
So
at least until I can be afraid once
Until
I
you-
shift my center back towards connection.
Yeah, back towards connection. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so you're sitting there. Maybe you're plucking to yourself a little quietly now. Now that
That's
you're sitting up
100%.
there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. When do Teto and May turn in? I mean, seems like they're down in the kick one after the other. So maybe they go to bed earlier, but it's entirely up to y'all.
I feel like at this point we might even be sleeping in front of our doors, but not actually in our rooms. Like we didn't make it.
That's
You know,
totally
we
fine.
said too much of a
with-
good time, but I don't know how do you feel about it?
That's totally fine with Teto. Again, he is used to sleeping outside, so he's actually rolled up his cloak into a little pillow. And has got the rest of it sort of tucking over him. He's feeling very, very content at this moment, and in sort of a bleary stage, he looks over to May and he says, "This I feel is like what true friendship is really about. I just feel like you're like a really. It's just." You understand me, and I understand you, and we just get it.
We get each other. Yes. Yes, we do. Hey, how is your stomach? Mine's bubbling.
Teto starts to poke at his stomach, and he's like, I think it's still there. I was really worried about my tongue earlier, but it came back. And if you're worried about your stomach, I think your stomach's gonna come back too. You want to know why? Because you're great. Your stomach would never want to be away from you.
Oh, like how your tongue didn't want to be away from you because you're so great. I get it. We get it.
We get it.
We get it.
I get it. I'm wondering if this would be a right time to use my move. It's called Roguish Charm.
Oh wait, I love it.
It's for the guide and comfort move, but it's guiding and comforting somebody by flattering them or empathizing with them, which I feel I am both empathizing with you and then also flattering you because you want to know why, mate? You're just so great. What do you think,
I
Danny?
love
Should
it.
we get a rogue
I love
in,
it.
a roll
When
here?
you
I
plead
am.
with an NPC or guiding comfort someone by flattering them, yeah, empathize with them. Work one, yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's
guess,
get a
well,
roguish
what's-
charm roll in.
Well, what's the point here? I guess would it be guiding and
So
comforting?
let's look at guide and comfort. Yeah, because it says when you plead with an NPC.
So the guide and
So-
comfort move is when you try and honestly guide and comfort another person, roll with harmony. On a hit, they choose one. They embrace your guidance and comfort. They may clear a condition or two fatigue, and you may ask one question. They must answer honestly.
Yeah. So here,
or the other
Tato's
option
guidance
is
and comfort. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
the other option is they shut you down. They inflict a condition on you, and you shift their balance in response.
Yep. And the guidance and comfort from Tato is that May's great, therefore her stomach will come back.
I'm gonna roll.
You
Yep, so
heard
go
him.
ahead and roll.
Oh,
You heard him.
I love
So I'm gonna mark my fatigue,
Mhm.
and then I rolled a 6, but I've got +2 for creativity. So
Yep.
I'm at an 8. So that is a hit.
Yeah.
So Monroe, do you choose to embrace this guidance about your stomach thinking you're so great, thus your stomach won't be away from you? This is stupid, y'all.
I mean,
Absolutely.
there might not have been a roll there.
Yeah, but not needed a roll. That's okay.
I love it. I love it.
But I
though.
want my
love
stomach
it.
back because I'm so great.
Does May agree? Does May agree? Does May
That
think she's
is-
great?
But that's kind of deep too. She's great. And her stomach wants to come back to her because she's so great.
What do you say? What do you say, May?
So yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I.
All right.
All right.
The question
Great.
was, do I accept the flattery? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if you have any fatigue, you can go ahead and clear it, or if you have a condition, you can clear it. But I think
Should
the
have
most
that.
important part of this move is the question that you must answer honestly. And again, Teto is a wanderer. He's a nomad, and he's joined up with this group of people because he's been away from the other group of people who he's been traveling with. But again, their lifestyle is so much where they're walking, and he's in the middle of searching for something right now. He doesn't quite know what it is. So he's going to look at May, and he's going to consider her for a moment and say, May, what do you think you're looking for?
That's deep.
For a second, May gets real serious and just like looks away and says, "My sister."
Bro. Party foul.
And that's it.
And Teto says, awesome, and passes out.
May quickly joins him
Awesome.
because
So
we get each
May
other.
and Teto, yep, they get each other. May and Teto asleep in the hallway in front of their rooms. Ling, I'm guessing maybe already asleep or preparing for bed in her room, and Haru up top. Bunged
It's
asleep
dark in
for a
there.
while. It's dark
If you
in
wait for
there.
a second, you can still hear the bed creaking from her rattling back and forth, though. She falls asleep.
Yeah.
eventually.
We just call it a night there in game, not in real life. We still got time in real life. But yeah, I mean, Haru, you don't really see anything of note. The night pretty much goes by uninterrupted. And we are welcomed with morning. Haru, you got a brunch shift to get to.
I'm good though. I've sublimated my tiredness. I don't even.
There you
feel
go. You don't even feel it. You don't feel tired or afraid.
it. Yeah. But I will when I get down. I'll see Teto and May passed out outside of the doors of their room, and I'll kick both of them awake and be like, "What in the world is this? What is going on, you two? We are being chased by pirates.
My
We are having to get it together."
Oh, my stomach came back to me too.
Go downstairs. You're going to ask them for a buffalo ostrich steak, deep fried, 3 eggs, soft scrambled, with Yak's Milk's cheese on top. All right? It's the perfect hangover cure. Do it now. Get your wits about you. We don't have
That
time
sounds-
for this.
That sounds like a great idea. Is that vegetarian?
Look,
Get a mushroom steak instead. It's got to be deep fried though.
yak root.
I think I've had yak root before.
Just get a mushroom, Teto.
Okay. Teto, being highly suggestible, stumbles down the stairs.
I love it. Yeah, so yeah, it sounds like Teto and May rush downstairs to get in this hangover cure order. Ling
is already downstairs. She is
it.
like, you guys, like maybe when you first saw her, you might have noticed, but you now see like she is like very like clean, very like orderly. Her clothing is very like pressed even, and like her hair is like very like pulled back and very like controlled. Like everything is just very like pristine in her presentation. And yeah, she's just drinking tea. Oh, good morning. How did you sleep?
You talking to me? No, I was up all night just making sure that no pirates came.
Oh, well, I don't think you needed to do that, but thank you.
Yeah.
Are you going to be all right?
No, I'll be fine. I've done it before. What would have happened if they caught us unaware and we were all asleep? Where is Fung, by the way? Fung!
Fung is sitting with Ling, probably sipping on some tea.
I
as well.
don't shout
here.
Fung. I don't shout Fung.
It's right here.
What would have happened if they took Fung while we were all asleep? That's the thing. You always say it's not important, and then the one time that you could have done something about it, that's when you wish you had done something about it.
You prove a point, Haru. But that being said, you also have yourself to take care of. So I think it's be nice to pass the watch to someone else, perhaps next time that we stay in.
Oh, I'm not planning to stay up all night forever. That would be ridiculous.
That'd be
But
insane.
we literally
sure
just
you die.
escaped from a port town and are sleeping in another port town. I was a little worried that the pirates would immediately find us.
It did kind of stick with me after I pointed it out myself. Yeah, it's been kind of hard to let that one go.
Don't worry. I got us all. I'm not going to let us get caught, captured, or hurt.
We're all going to work on that.
Of course.
Turns out the pirates went to a port town, but they went to the port town to the west instead of the port town to the east.
Seriously, though, Haru, we'll share the burden next time.
Sure. Yeah. Whatever.
I don't think that was effective.
We do yes and Haru goes sure, yeah, whatever.
Doesn't know how to respond, so just kind of like if you're still standing there.
No,
it's
I've walked away because
Yeah,
I've started like setting up to play.
Yeah, for the
yeah. Then
brunch,
under
for
her
brunch,
breath,
yeah.
and probably loud enough for Fung to hear, she's like, "I don't know what to do with that."
It seems that Haru has quite a lot of baggage besides what we see that he carries on his back. So, with time, I think. Anyways,
What?
world famous brunch. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm honestly pretty excited too. I wonder where May and Teto are.
You see them just spewing an order to the barkeep.
Is that, are they allowed to do that?
No, they're just telling him the order, and the barkeep's trying to write it down to remember.
Right, but it looks, I'm assuming, a little bit frantic.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I'm just gonna have to go I guess milk a yak. So I'll be back.
He goes and does it.
He runs out.
Doesn't even concern himself
Don't
with the
forget
fact that there's no
to
such
forget
thing as a
the
yak
mango.
in this world.
Yeah, so Haru's setting up. May and Teto are waiting for their order. I think you guys, the four of you, Fung, Ling, Mei, and Tessa are probably all sitting in the general vicinity.
Mhm.
Fung will say, now that we have a little bit of time here to think, that being said, we should get going soon. We are probably, still being chased, but with a little bit of time here, you will know the purpose of this mission. The preservation of the Earth's sages. They are being targeted, and we need to stop that and protect them at all costs. And in order to do that, we need allies. And so what I was thinking was, I know ultimately the goal is to get to the Eastern Air Temple and ask the powerful elders there for their assistance. But that being said, it's a long journey. We can talk to locals. Maybe there's someone else, some other forms of connections or allyship we can gain along the way. So don't hesitate at all to keep an eye and an ear out or a nose out. Looks at Tato, or any signs of potential friendships or relationships that we can gain. I really need to use the bathroom. He gets up and waddles over to the bathroom.
But all right.
Do you think when he's saying like look out for friendship, like we should be like making friends with each other? Because I already feel like I'm friends with you all.
We should definitely be making friends with each other, and I'm glad you feel that way, Tato. Also, I think he means specifically we should like try to find people who might be, helpful in our endeavor to save the Earth Sages. But, sure, we can be friends. It sounds, sounds good.
Oh, I love friends. Friends, we just get each other. And he high fives May, or he puts a hand up for May to high five.
May's just like all just sick and like, yeah, man. Puts out a hand like this.
And then he puts Teto's gonna put up a hand to Ling.
And like is a little bit flustered, but goes for the high five. He's a little too enthusiastic about it.
It's the power of friendship. And then he's going to put his head down and go back to sleep.
What would be unsubtle to people not as messed up as you guys this morning? Ling like genuinely does like a little like fist pump on the side,
like under the table.
Yeah.
Like, yes. Oh my god, I love it. Yeah, I mean at some point, the barkeep comes back with what one can only hope to be yak's milk, and the rest of your order. Fung comes back. Maybe Haru starts playing music. Is there anything of note that y'all would like to do? Obviously, Tato, you have that ongoing just to sort of like keep an eye out here in the tea house.
I'm just playing Every Day I Have the Blues.
He really is. He's pretty good. Fung, where should we go next? Like, what's our next destination?
Well, the next town over is the village of Gaoling. With that in mind, we could. I mean, there's some powerful people there. That village is a little more well off than here, so that might be a good spot to stop and find some allies.
When he's like looking around, like this place is pretty nice. I don't know. What do you mean?
Yeah, well, so if you keep in mind the rest of the town, the tea house kind of
dwarfs.
Kind of dwarfs the rest of the town, and it's kind of like like that the merchant right outside of this tea house. You know how like outside of the Great Pyramid of Gaza, there's all those scammers outside there who are sort of like that. It's kind of like that directly outside of this tea house. Yeah.
I mean, I think if nothing happens, I think I'd finish up playing at brunch. We'd quickly pack up and
We're outta
Galley.
here.
There you go. Perfect.
We're out of here.
Yeah, brunch for free. The barkeep goes, "Oh, thank you so much, for playing. It sounded beautiful. I'll be sure to spread the word of Haru the important, the future.
I kind of like Haru the future.
Haru the future.
Future.
All right, maybe we'll just call you
Exactly.
Future for short.
I kind of like that.
All right.
There's
wait.
got to be a trap music joke in here somewhere.
I was banking on someone else. I'm not really too familiar, but the barkeep wishes you safe travels, and you can be on your way. Thankfully, the ostrich horse carriage is still intact and safe to use. And so you all hop on the road leaving Kinchao. And it sounds like you guys are just gonna ride to Gaoling, unless you think it's too much of a stop. I think it's about a half day's journey to Gaoling.
Yeah.
So it's not like oh, we're just going to the next town, stopping there too. Like it's a pretty hefty journey. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't think if there's nothing. Yeah, I mean, we would drive if there's something that made us stop on the way. We'd stop, but I
yeah.
don't think we have any intention to stop until we get to Gowling.
Awesome.
And again, the main focus here is like Fung is driving us towards the Eastern Air Temple, and to garner support for to protect the Earth Sages.
Yeah, so basically the Earth Sages are being targeted, and because of the current state that the Four Nations is in, the Earth Sages are kind of on their own, right? Everyone else is either is like has their own things to worry about, or the nations are kind of scattered right now. The nations are kind of in disorder, one could say, and so
It's kind of like doing their own thing.
Yeah.
I think I will talk to Fung as we're driving and be like, all right, Fung, so we're going to Eastern Air Temple. I assume you've got
Yes.
a list of other allies that you want to talk to after that. Are we going to Ankela? Are we going to
yes,
Arabukan?
Ankela, Ba Sing Se, those are both places that hold families with high political power. That being said, even in Gaoling, the town we're coming up on, the Beifong family holds immense political influence, and so they could prove to help as well. I just know that the head of the household has passed, but I'm sure that
That's the thing about these like noble families; they already always have like another person
exactly.
to take charge. Is that the family with the crest that has the pig with the wings?
Yes, the boar something. Let me just think real hard for a moment. Just for a second here, I'm thinking real hard. Really, really hard. A flying boar.
Teto from the back is like, it's a flying boar.
Yep, what Teto said. Yes. Thank you, Teto. It's hard for me to think that hard because my arm is broken.
Right. So flying boar. That's kind of interesting.
Yes, it's like a normal boar, but it flies. Normal boar.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Yeah, there are boars
Sorry.
that don't fly.
I must have hit my head back at the beach. I'm gonna rest.
Yeah, I'll take over.
All
Well,
right,
there's
yeah.
baboon boars.
Oh, I hate those.
Yeah, they're quite aggressive.
Yeah, they show
Oh,
their
there's
butts all the time.
porcupines.
Porcupines.
Those are just dangerous.
Yeah, so you guys make your way towards Gowling Village. At some point, you have to slow down a little bit because you are coming up on this wooden bridge running over a river, and you see some figures sort of standing in the middle of the bridge. Some of these folks are like sort of sitting on like the edge, just sort of off to the side, and some are looking at you. They sort of put their hands out, like in order to stop. One of the figures has like one hand rested on a hip with the other hand out, like in order to stop. On behalf of the Beifong family, there's a toll here to pass through to the Gaoling region. We just need to collect 50 yuan.
See, that doesn't.
And Teto turns to his compatriots and says, "They're with the Beifong's family. These are the exact people we're looking for."
Can I assess the situation really quickly, please?
Didn't Fung say we should make friends?
Oh man. Well, with my incredible -1 to creativity,
Yeah.
I rolled a 3.
Oh no.
What's great is you have a move.
Yes, I do. That triggers here. So no matter what, even on a miss, I have the move "Life happens where you are." So when I'm assessing the situation, even on a miss, I can ask one of the following questions: Who here could be a friend or ally? Who here is in most need of help? Does anything here belong to my past? If so, what? I'm going to ask, who here could be a friend or ally?
And Teto is in the middle of saying, "These could be our friends
and or allies."
Looking at them, you find Ling that the only people here that could be your friend or ally are the people on the carriage with you right now. You're looking at these folks, like their clothes, they don't give, powerful, political, rich family, like their clothes.
They don't have like a standard even.
Yeah. They're not even bearing the flying board symbol, They look, it's giving Dao Fei. And to say, perhaps some folks aren't familiar with that term Dao Fei. It's kind of unique to the Kyoshi era of the Four Nations. The Dao Fei was sort of the term keyed for the bandits that sort of roamed the Four Nations during the chaos of the Kyoshi era. They can be pirates. At the Empty Moon, the pirate crew that is in pursuit of our group is considered to be Dao Fei as well. They're bandits, mercenaries. Yeah.
So Danny, you said we were crossing. This is like a bridge that they're stopping us from crossing.
Yeah.
What
you're
is
over
it
a smallish river.
Okay.
It's not like a white rapid river. It's just like a
Okay.
river.
Can I immediately pull up a bunch of steam off of, like, not steam, but like mist off of the river and just like throw it up in front of them or like kind of around them?
I love it. Yes. And I think that Ling is pretty mist is sort of your thing.
Yes. That so
Ling.
my fighting style is the Misty Veil.
Yeah. So I think a rely on your skills and training makes the most sense here.
Yeah,
This could be
and
a
as
trick though too, maybe.
It could also
as
be
I
a
do
trick.
this, I'm gonna say they are definitely bandits. They do not bear the standard. They do not carry themselves well, and they definitely have ill intent. And I'll throw up my thing. What do I do with?
Well,
Am I
so Justin pointed out as well. It could also be a trick. A trick makes sense as well, considering what exactly we're trying to do.
Yeah, I guess. Well, we could do one of two things. We could fight these people. But also, I guess trick is probably more likely what Ling would do. I gotta back off. I gotta back off on the Che. I'm not.
Yeah.
Fighting everybody I can see.
I think
So,
with
yeah.
what you just said, I think let's make it a trick. Let's make it a trick.
Yeah. So, and then I think I'm gonna tell Haru to just go, like, gun it.
On a dime, he's. Yep.
But also, I have to roll with creativity, and since I rolled a 7, I get -1, so it's 6.
Anyone can aid.
Does me just gunning it count as an assist?
I think I want a little bit more
Okay.
because they're in front of you right now. You know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
In the fiction, Teto is very confused, so he cannot help you.
That's
fair.
That's fair. That's fair. That's
Well,
very fair.
Haru could throw up like
yeah,
add his own smoke screen, kind of like the
yeah,
same.
that's what I was thinking too. He'll just basically turn like any of the surrounding like rock into quicksand and then throw it up with the fog.
Awesome. Yeah. So that brings it to a 7. Just make sure you mark that fatigue, Haru, meaning
Thanks.
that you get to pick one of the options under trick. So you can choose between either they stumble, you can take a +1 forward to acting against them, they act foolishly, I tell you what additional opportunity they give you, or they overcommit. They are deceived for some time.
Kind of feeling. Haru, you're in on this. What are you feeling? What are you looking for?
Stumble makes the most sense to me
Yeah, stumble.
because they're not gonna get overcommitted. They're not gonna be deceived for some time. They're not gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh, what just happened?
Whoa!
Oh, crazy!
Oh, this fog came in out of nowhere.
Fog! Look at this.
There's sand in my eyes. Sandy fog. No, yeah, we'll do a stumble, and get going.
I love it.
Come
I
on!
love it. So yeah, so the mist distracts him for a little bit, and in this window of opportunity, Haru's able to just gun it, push forward. The rest of y'all are sort of lunged back into your seats as you're running.
Do I not need to
Um,
roll to
Hmm?
to get out of there fast enough?
Whoever's looking behind you, you see the fog that Ling created for a little bit, but then as it starts to dissipate, quickly running out of the water are these tortoise hares that these Daofei hop on. They're fast tortoise hares, and they're just running after you.
There was one of two ways that could have gone.
Yeah. It's really-
Oh, it's fine.
What
They're
was
on
your
tortoise
option?
hairs. They're super slow.
No, there's two types of tortoise. They're tortoise hares and they're her tortoises.
Hey, yeah, one,
Unluckily
yeah.
for you, they were tortoise hares, and
They're
so they're the
tortoise hares.
fast kind.
Tedda looks down. He's like, "We're fine. They're hair tortoises," and they start running. We're like, "Go, go, go! Wrong
The
one!"
tortoise hairs, no.
Or maybe it's between turtle hairs and tortoise hairs. Tortoise hairs are slow. Turtle
gotcha.
hairs are fast. Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. And yeah, so they are starting to gain on you a little bit. You're like 3 monster torches dragging a carriage. They're all on their mounts of their own. So we need something here to make up for this, for them gaining on you.
They're gaining.
This almost feels like May's theme music.
Yeah. Because if May doesn't have anything, I got something.
The anticipation is killing me.
Hold on.
I need something here. I need
We
something.
were,
They're gaining
we
on
were
you.
talking earlier, just because I don't put it in my.
hmm
So if I, because it's not here on my sheet, I can still do something that's a little like it, or I have to wait until like we kind of go through the story. A little bit more.
I think. Do we wanna just turn this into an exchange? Like an exchange amid this chase? I'm definitely fine doing that.
That is your call, GM.
You're the guy.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Unless you guys like have like a move that you think you might want to try, I think that the next order of business is just to move into an exchange.
Yeah, I mean, I was already looking at a fighting technique anyway. So
All right, we're moving into an exchange. First
Okay.
exchange of the campaign on our
Oh,
first
man.
episode. I love it. I don't think this has happened before. Have we ever done an exchange?
On the very
first
first
episode?
episode? No, I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think so. I love it. That's what I was hoping for. I was like, I wanna right away just give the feel of this campaign. So yes, we're moving into an exchange. So the first thing that I'm gonna need from the four of y'all is to tell me which approach you are going to be choosing. So there's either defend and maneuver, advance and attack, or evade and observe.
Defend and maneuver.
Teto,
All right.
as a pacifist and an airbender, will evade and observe.
I love it.
I think I'm gonna defend and maneuver as well.
Not me. Me being the hammer, I'm going to advance and attack.
I love it. And the lovely bandits will also advance and attack.
Do we want to give a quick overview of like kind of how exchanges work?
Yes. So yeah, exchanges are basically Avatar Legends version of combat. Instead of rolling for initiative, we just say what approaches we're taking. There are 3 approaches in each exchange. There's defend and maneuver, advance and attack, and evade and observe. And under each of those approaches, there are moves that every player can choose from to use. They can either choose one of the basic moves, or they may have some techniques unique to their character that they can use as well. And we're basically just going to take turns using our techniques, rolling the stance roll, I believe it's called. That's what you're all going to roll when you take your turns to determine what you can actually do on your turn. And we'll talk about a little bit about that once you actually roll. But yeah, much like other TTRPGs, basically everything that we do in each exchange, which is basically each round of combat, happens all at the same time, right? So I think, yeah, the Doubtfire are going to advance and attack. So Ling or Haru, one of y'all could go first.
Hard. Did you want to go first, or should I?
Sure, I can. I rolled an 8. I had focus. When you roll defend and maneuver, you add your focus. So I rolled the 6, and my focus is +2, so I have an 8.
Awesome. And yeah, so on a 7 to 9, you can use one basic or mastered technique.
That is frustrating because I want it to get a 10. That's okay.
Oh, this is your first. Oh no, it's not. Because I actually played a one shot, but it's so exciting. It's your first turn in. It's your first exchange.
Exchange. No.
Basically,
I mean, I think what makes the most sense is to seize a position, and I'll like spur on the ostrich buffalo. Like, come on, we gotta go faster.
I love it. So yeah, seize a position, move to a new location, engage, let's disengage with a foe, overcome a negative status or danger, establish an advantage position. Yeah, so you're just you're even more so trying to make it harder for them to catch up with you. I like that. I like that. Yeah. I love it. Ling.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with focus. Okay, that is a 4. I do not get to do anything this exchange.
Unless you
You can still mark a 50 on a miss. You can still mark a no. You can shift your balance
Shift
away
your
from
balance
center
away
to
from
use
center.
one basic technique.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I am now at +2 reinvention and -2 restoration. And then I will use the ready action. So I then mark a fatigue on top of that. And I give myself a fictionally appropriate status. Ling takes the sort of water out of her pouch, bending pouch again, and this time sort of envelops sort of herself in like this like shroud of mist. which is like partially blowing away, but she's like maintaining it. Could I gain prepared?
I was looking at that. I was like, I think prepared. I was like in my head, I was like, if he says something else, I might try to convince you to choose prepared instead because I feel like it makes more sense. But yeah, prepared, I think makes the most sense here.
Yeah, cool.
I almost want to give Ling the status of emo. Like, honestly, every time, Nick, that you're rolling, I should really temper my expectations because I'm like, oh, it's gonna. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot your
You're
stats.
-1.
I'm terrible at everything. Yeah, we're working on it. It's okay.
So that's everyone in the defend and maneuver approach. We're moving to advance and attack. Let's have May go first. What would you like to do, May?
I'd like to.
Make sure you roll first.
Yes, I'm gonna use one of
Yes,
my moves
yes.
here.
So yeah, for advance and attack, you roll
Yeah.
with passion.
Passion.
Six.
Okay.
6, and you already added your passion to that.
Um. 6, 7, 8.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. Whew.
So
Cool. Yeah, so you can choose
I'd like
either
to
one basic or mastered technique.
Okay, I'll go with the basic because the ones that we just went over, the ones that are on the side of my sheet here, that's they're not mastered, are they? Because they're not checked mastered.
So your flame charge is mastered, but your fire
But that's
pinwheel is not.
the first
The
one,
flame charge is defend and maneuver, so
but not
It is defend and
the
maneuver, yeah.
my
Yeah, fire
advanced-
pinwheel
yeah,
is learned, so you won't be able to use that here.
exactly.
So now you have the basic techniques to choose from. So on our Google sheet there's basic moves, balance moves, and fighting techniques on the bottom there. You can go ahead and click on that. And if you scroll down, you should be able to find, yep, there we go. If you scroll down far enough, you should be able to find the advance and attack basic techniques. It's pretty far
Strength,
down there, like close to the
pressure,
bottom.
smash.
Let's go with smash.
I love it. I love it. So smash reads mark 1 fatigue to destroy or destabilize something in the environment, possibly inflicting or overcoming a fictionally appropriate positive or negative status. So what are you doing to smash these bandits that are riding these turtle hares chasing after you?
Right. So I know that we're actually running right now, right? So is there anything else that's nearby or in the way or anything that we have to use?
Like a tree, maybe like a
Yeah, there's
rock.
trees surrounding. Yeah, maybe there's maybe at some point there's another bridge that you're crossing.
Is there anyone on the bridge?
I mean, maybe as you're in the midst of this chase, maybe you're passing some
There's
folks
no one
as
on
well.
the bridge, right? It's okay, because I don't want to hurt anybody. Okay, so
Yeah.
how about as we're passing by the trees, I will throw. This is, I guess you can say, a fireball.
Yeah.
To knock this tree down, to get in the way, to kind of cause some sort of friction and delay for them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love it.
Give it space.
Yeah, I think impaired makes a lot of sense. Like you launch a fireball at this tree and it just sort of falls on them, and maybe it even causes one of the Daofei to fully just ram into this fallen tree, diminishing their numbers and throwing them off guard a little bit. And yeah, think that is very effective. The Dao Fei are now going to go. No?
No. No.
I
I see no.
see Justin nodding. Nope, they don't get to go.
Wait,
Sorry. Let me just make sure there's nothing Yeah, just make sure that you mark that 1 fatigue. Awesome. Perfect. Very cool.
did.
What are the Dao Fei going to do? Okay, so I think we just see some of them that are still left after ramming into that tree. You see various, maybe like darts, and some like rocks being bent from them, and even some small fireballs being launched at you guys. And they're a little diverse group, and they are striking. And I think it makes the most sense that they're going to be targeting May primarily, considering what had just happened.
We do love diversity and inclusion in
We love
this
it.
group, though.
So, we love it. Monroe, you have to choose to either mark 2 fatigue, a condition, or mark your balance away from center.
So you said market condition, choose a fatigue, or stir further away from my balance, from my center.
Yeah, so either 2 fatigue, a condition, or shift your balance further away from center, which would
Okay.
mean you would shift towards forest since you're already away from center.
I'm going to mark a condition.
Okay. Which one do you think makes the most sense here? And yeah, they're just lobbing. You're just getting the rate. I
And-
think they're not maybe they're not like really specifically targeting you, but you get the brunt of the blow, considering you were just leaning out to launch this fireball at this tree. You're getting the brunt of this blow, and so you're hit by some rocks and some fireballs yourself.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether or not she's either angry or guilty, because I think she feels a little guilty for them shooting like these darts or this fire towards us that could potentially hurt the rest of the team. But I also can see her being very angry because she is a hammer, and that's just kind of like the way that she's wired. So I think I'm gonna go with angry.
I love it. So that's all of advance and attack. Moving on to evade and observe. Teto, what would you like to do?
All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to roll first. I got a 6 plus my creativity of 2, so it brings me up to an 8. I'm going to clear a fatigue for using evade and observe. And then I am going to bolster or hinder. And can you, again, describe to me what is the attack that's coming at May?
It's like a barrage of like some like throwing darts, fireballs, and rocks being bent as well.
Okay, I'm going to spin up a small like cyclone in the path of those projectiles that are coming at May. Some of them have already gotten through, but the rest of them, hopefully by hindering this attack, I can fling them off with this mini cyclone. And I get to inflict an appropriate status.
Yes.
And
Bolster
so
hinder?
Yeah. So since I'm aiding May, I'm going to give May a positive status, and I think it's going to be favored, which means your buoyed by circumstance, choose an additional basic or master technique next exchange, even on a miss.
I like that. I'll allow it. I think that makes sense. Yes, that's very fun. Also, I want to say as well, I've already made my first mistake, Jimmy in exchange.
Fired.
Monroe
I'm taking over.
impaired the NPCs you guys are in combat with, forcing them to have to choose one fewer technique, and so they wouldn't have been able to choose any techniques. And so you can unmark angry, Monroe.
Nice.
But we'll say in the fiction, they're still launching this
Stupid.
barrage
it's just
of
that
stuff
because they were so impaired they couldn't hit you, and also
Exactly,
because Teto's got
yeah.
your back because you guys hit each
Yeah.
other.
Now
Hit each
they're
other.
impaired and they're favored. That sums up that first exchange. Is there anything any of y'all would like to do between exchanges?
Nothing non-combat-y.
Just give up. You're never gonna catch us. I'm trying.
Unless you want to be friends, we're looking for the Bayfongs anyways.
No, they are not. They're not Bing Fongs. Teto.
But they said they were.
They were lying.
Screw the Bayfongs! As they start to gain on you. Next exchange. What are y'all choosing?
Defend a maneuver.
Evade and observe for Ling. Defend a maneuver for Haru. Teto. May.
I think I'm also going to evade and observe.
Evade and observe again. All right. May.
I'm going to advance and attack.
I love it. The Dalfei are defending and maneuvering this time.
Okay.
Haru.
May I ask how many are left?
There are 4 left.
Okay, that's still a decent amount. I'm gonna do something crazy.
Okay.
I want to do something crazy.
You
So
gotta roll first.
I'm gonna roll in a second. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna do because what I do
Okay.
is before I roll. I think there's a lot of chaos happening right now, right?
Yeah.
And so
Yes,
I
in
think,
the world, but we're playing a game.
yes, I understand.
Also
There's
in the
also a
game.
lot of chaos. There's also a lot of chaos happening. The name of this campaign is Scars and Disorder.
I
Scars of
think-
Disorder.
Just amidst the chaos, Haru just takes like a deep breath, and I'm going to use control as my principle instead of focus. Now, here's my question, Danny. It says, I may live up to my control principle by shifting the balance toward control instead of marking fatigue. Do I get to use what I move control to? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it says
I would
under
assume.
owned. You may
'Cause
live
you
up
pay
to
a
your
cost for
control
something before
principle
you get the
by
thing.
shifting the balance toward control instead of marking fatigue.
So I want to go up to +3 control. Can I roll with +3 instead of +2?
But Justin, that takes you to the very edge of your balance track.
I understand.
And what are you doing? What is this in order to do?
To
This
roll
is
with
under honed,
control, roll with control instead of with focus for defend and maneuver.
Okay. So I'm just looking at your sheet. So no one right there that's control. Cross stuff.
It doesn't. I looked it up in the rule book too. It doesn't say like you get to use what you move it to.
But also, I mean, when you spend fatigue to use your balance,
You spend the fatigue and then you see
and then
what
you
you're.
use your balance.
Sure,
So if
sure.
it's replacing the spending,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is TCG
And so,
brain coming
yeah.
in.
No,
right.
I'm
Yeah.
with you.
And so you're.
Timing.
Yeah. And so what you're.
Yeah, the order
so
of
you're
thought
saying.
function.
So
the
you're.
stack.
So if you're first living up to your principle.
by he's like calming himself in the midst of this chaos. He's just shutting out any sort of like he feels his heart racing and like literally like slows it down.
So like when you say like you're honing in on your control principle, it's like you're like
Yes.
the control of your emotions,
Correct. 100%.
kind of. Okay.
100%.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, because I mean, like when I look at control versus connection, I look at when you're trying to connect with people or you're trying to control people.
Here's the thing, though.
So-
But sublimate your feelings. That's literally controlling your feelings.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, because it's taking you to +3 control.
Here, look.
Yep.
Here's my argument for it. Right, like connection is all about opening your emotions up to others. Control is about shutting your emotions down in order to not let anybody in.
I'm following.
That's how I
not
view
putting
Haru's understanding of control and connection.
All right. I think because it's taking you so close to going off balance, I'm gonna let you do it because it's very fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 4, and that's a 1. But oh man, that's an 8. I was trying to get to a 10. It's an 8. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Well, hey, you still get to use a basic or mastered.
I'll do it next time. I think I'd like to ready myself.
Okay.
I'm like, now that I'm like more in tune with this situation, tuning out all the chaos. I'm watching to see if they're gonna hit our cart, and I'm ready to like turn to the left or turn to the right or slow down or speed up so they miss our cart.
Okay.
So I think I'm prepared, maybe.
I like prepared. Yeah. I think prepared makes sense. Yeah, you're ready for them. You're ready for their blows. All right. It's the Daofei's turn. They just start to close in. They spread out a little bit. There's 2 on one side, 2 on the other side, and they start to close in where you find that the carriage that you're on is starting to be in between the 2 of you. And as you look on either side of you, you see the Daofei just sort of steering as one sort of reeling back, ready to throw darts, and they're charging up their fireballs, and one has a flurry of rocks that he's spinning around himself, almost like a makeshift lasso. And you look over the horizon and you see the Gowling village in view. You're almost there. You just gotta get these Daofei off your tail, and we're gonna end there. You have a whole week to think about what to do about this. We can start off next week with May's, I'm sure, juicy advance and attack turn, but for now we'll have to wait till next week. Wow, guys,
Wow,
that was great.
was great.
First episode in the books.
First episode in the books.
First episode took himself all the way to the end of his balance track.
I mean, I did start at +2.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it wasn't hard.
Yeah.
I could
The,
have made my learned technique practice too. That would have been so cool.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, Sam, you were saying it seems like the both of us are trying. The both of y'all are trying to get your learned techniques up there. But yeah, hey, there will be plenty of more exchanges to come, I'm sure.
I'm still
especially
trying to
with
wrap
the-
my mind around how a tortoise hair is fast. Like it's just not working out for me.
Don't think about it too much.
Less. If you think about it less, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, just stop thinking.
Yeah,
And it works.
exactly. All right. Well, excellent playing with you guys. I'm excited for next week. I don't think we have anything special to announce. I think we have professionals coming up pretty soon here in 2 days.
Yeah.
We have the Forge.
We should say the professionals is our Scum and Villainy actual play.
Yes. Yeah, we play
Mhm.
Scum and Villainy, which is a space western hack of Blaze in the Dark. It is fantastic, very fun. So tune into that if you can. But besides that, I'll see all of y'all next week. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
See you.
Later, cat gators.